Hi, and welcome to the Restaurant Show. I'm your host, Jessa Jeremiah, and I'm so excited about today's show. We're going to check in with the brand new opening of Cafe Hollander over in Hilldale. Lamb shakes to die for. And we're going to check in with Wings and Things, if you like wings. And Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery is here talking about their awesome coffee. It's all coming up on the Restaurant Show. It's your guide to the best restaurants in town, so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go coming up on the Restaurant Show.
This episode of the Restaurant Show brought to you by AccuClimb Mechanical Services.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Restaurant Show. I have quite a treat for you today. The much anticipated Cafe Hollander has finally opened over in Hilldale. And joining us is special guest, the perfect person to be here on the Restaurant Show today. This is the culinary director of culinary, Will Borgstrom, and he's joining us to give us just a little bit of insight into what goes on over at Cafe Hollander. And we're so glad to have you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me here, Jessa.
So I'm so excited. First of all, what are you doing for us today?
We're going to do a braised lamb Osso Buco with a Hooks cheddar cheese, whipped potato, and some roasted carrots.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I'm very excited. So kind of walk me through what you're going to do to get us started here.
So I'm going to put my spice rub into this pan so I can mix it together. So that's a nice smoked Spanish paprika,
Ooh, it's
a little
nice
bit
color.
of granulated garlic,
Okay.
fresh ground black pepper. I'm going to use a little bit of sea salt, and that's it. I'm just going to mix it up so I can lightly dredge my lamb shanks in there. Lamb is a very delicate flavor. You want the lamb to come through when you
Yes.
prepare it. And you know, folks at home, don't be afraid to work with lamb. It's a wonderful. This is an all-natural lamb product that we get out of Colorado.
Okay.
What I did, I started the pan, which is already hot, and I put in ghee, which is a clarified butter. So I'll put the first shank in.
It's called what? Ghee.
Ghee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clarified butter.
Gotcha.
You don't want milk solids in there because it'll burn and give an off flavor to the dish.
I'm learning a lot already. This is fantastic.
So we just put a little bit of that more on there, and then put the other lamb shank in.
Oh my gosh. I'm
So-
already hungry. This looks amazing.
So at this point, now I'm going to put the bouquet garni in. I have fresh bay leaves. Always use fresh bay leaves. Don't buy the dry ones. They're not that good. You really want the flavor of the bay.
He's talking to me, but you can write this down too.
We have crushed garlic. And on garlic, a lot of home cooks don't understand you should cut the root off of it because it gives garlic an off flavor, and it's not good for the dish.
Okay,
So
I
we
didn't know
trim
that.
off the root of all the garlic. Every little piece of garlic we have, we trim it.
Wow.
And we go through hundreds of pounds of garlic a week, so you know there's
There's a lot going on in that kitchen
Yeah,
back
there's
there.
one of my prep cooks really doesn't like me, but
They're not hanging out back there. They're cutting garlic.
so we add a little bit of onion, and then we
Beautiful.
have fresh thyme and some fresh rosemary.
Oh my God,
And
if you
so-
could smell this is amazing. I'm
So
loving it.
we let that all start getting braised in there together with the lamb.
Oh my God.
We're gonna let the lamb cook on each side till
Yeah.
it's seared up really nice, then we'll flip it. Then we'll add braising liquid, or in this case I'll use water.
Okay.
And then all the juices and the natural flavors from the bone will then give us our base for our sauce, which is a maple Dijon
is outstanding.
reduction
Oh my
with
God.
the lamb bijou.
My mouth is totally watering already. Tell me now, this is one of the many items that you have on the
Right.
menu. Talk to us a little bit about what else we can see. This is what I'm going to be ordering now that I'm here smelling this and seeing all this. But you've got a great menu.
We have a
Tell us-
lot going on. Everything we do is from scratch. We really seek out the very best product. And we spend a lot of time, laborious effort to get the very best. Well, I was excited to come to Madison because Underground Meats, you've got the Madison Sourdough Bread Company, you've got Hooks, you've got all these wonderful vendors. I met this gal who's been at the farmer's market for 30 years, Mary Martin, and she makes jam. So we like to make everything ourselves, but here's a pro.
Yeah. it's-
And she's been doing this for 30 years in the Madison market. We're under intense negotiations, and she's going to make all of our preserves for us.
How exciting
So
is that?
everything
all
is-
nice and local, and
Right.
And if you're not making it, you've got somebody making it from scratch,
That's
and
right.
that's really important too. And let's touch on it really quick. Before we started, I thought this was really interesting. Will was telling me about their kids menu, and myself being a new parent, I find this wonderful. Tell folks what you're doing.
Well, you know, this is a few years back, I was looking at the program going, you know, I wouldn't let my kids eat this. So me and Matt Lerbecky, who's now our director of training, we put our heads together and we said, come on, let's do this. So we bought this really bento box with 3 different inserts. And so we do really solid food for the kids.
I love that.
And you know, to me, if I can make the kids happy, the parents are happy because, you know, it comes with fresh cut fruit, it comes with veggies, you know, raw vegetables that kids can dip in.
Yeah.
Even our ranch dressing, we don't open up Hidden Valley and dump it in a
And
thing.
pour it
no,
in, yeah,
we make our own herb mix and we do buttermilk and we just have a lot of
Kids
fun.
probably love eating out of those little boxes. You know, it's
They
like
love
a
it.
blast.
They love it.
That's so much fun. So let's talk a little bit more about this while you're kind of cooking it up here. Now, do you actually come up with all these dishes yourself?
Yes.
This is the mastermind behind all these wonderful dishes.
The madman, more like
the
it.
madman. And we're going to run out of time, but I want to ask you how you got into this. How did you? This is a passion, a love of yours. I can tell.
Honestly, I was a homeless kid, and a chef kept running by me every day. Finally figured out that I was in need of help, and he said, "Do you need a job?" And I said, "Absolutely." And so he walked me right into the Coronado Hotel in San Diego and put me to work.
The rest is
So
history.
34 years later, I'm still here.
Here you are, making up these amazing dishes. And of course, in the essence of time, through the magic of television, show us what this dish is going to look like prepared.
Okay,
Because
I'm just going to pull these out real quick because they're seared up.
gorgeous.
I'm going to add a little braising
that
liquid.
smell, oh my gosh. I wasn't hungry, but now I must have.
So then I take the mirepoix, add this in,
Okay.
and I would cover this with tin foil and then place it in the oven for 300 degrees for probably
Okay.
3 hours. You have to really watch it because you want this super tender, but not mush. Because
Yeah.
lamb will turn pretty fast.
And there's
So,
a fine line. Yeah, you got to watch that.
so
I'm
I'll
sure.
put that in the oven,
Okay.
and I will take out
And
the finished
voila.
plate.
And this is so beautiful. I got to watch you plate this. It's absolutely stunning. Look at how gorgeous the presentation is. Is this your creation too?
Yes,
The presentation.
we like using Hook's cheddar because it's simply one of the best cheeses you can buy.
Yes, perfect.
And we mix that into our whipped potatoes, and we're right there.
And we almost have to go, but there's this gorgeous French toast sitting over here that we must talk about.
This is our challah French toast. I chose challah because it eats super good as French toast. So we
gonna
do a
bring this
very
over.
vanilla heavy custard, and then we have an orange
Look at that.
marmalade,
Beautiful.
butter that goes on top,
Look at this.
and maple syrup, and it's dusted with a little bit of powdered sugar.
Wow. So if you love French toast, there's a lot to love
This is a
here.
great French toast. I'm just not
Delicious.
kidding you.
Oh
It's
my
good.
gosh. So you guys have breakfast, brunch, dinner, a fabulous kids menu. These guys are over in Hilldale. If you haven't been yet, I totally recommend it. Great atmosphere too.
It's a lot of fun.
Love it, love it, love it. This is Will Borgstrom, Director of Culinary, and make sure you go check out Cafe Hollander. We're gonna be right back with the restaurant show. Stick around.
Thank you.
Stick around because after the break, Wings and Things is here with an awesome burger and delicious wings. Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. If you are a fan of wings, you have got to check out this place, Wings and Things. All kinds of great things cooking up over here. This is Sam and Hunter who are joining me today here on the restaurant show. How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, so glad to have you. So you two, I'm just gonna introduce them for a second, are the sons of the owners
Yep.
of Wings and Things. So this is a family business. And they're not brothers, I found out. They are sons of two different owners for Wings and Things, and we're so glad to have you. So
Thank you.
tell us we're not just doing wings. What are we doing today?
Actually, today we're going to be doing burgers as well.
Awesome, so burgers and wings, two of my favorite things. Very exciting. So talk to us a little bit about this burger. Now, you guys use some really quality meat, I understand.
Yeah, we use a local beef from our town, Fall River. It's Englewood, and it's grass-fed.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's important. People are really, really cautious about their meat these days, and I think that's really smart that restaurants are jumping on board. So great, good for you. So your hometown of Fall River.
Yep.
So that's where the Wings and Things has been for 5 years, right?
Correct.
And you have a new one too that just opened pretty recently.
Yep, in Sun Prairie.
In Sun Prairie. So if you're anywhere near the Chew, head on over there. So tell us, as you're kind of cooking this burger up, go ahead and get it plated up for us and show us how you do it. But where do you come up with the idea of these burger ideas? So what kinds of burgers do you have, and how do you think these up?
Well, really, it's just more like experimentation, because like, you know, one day, like some of us might get a good idea to what tastes absolutely delicious on a burger, and then we try it, or like when we visit other restaurants from other places and we see like, hey, this thing looked very well there.
Right.
Maybe we could give it a try, and we like give our own spin on this thing. Like our Shrooms burger, for instance, is just our spin on like a mushroom Swiss burger.
Oh, okay. So what all goes on the Shrooms burger? This is what we're doing now.
All
This
right.
one up.
We're doing a. You want to switch them?
Yes. All right. Well, on a Shrooms burger, you see what we have is deep fried portobellas.
Okay.
And then we also have
Deep
Swiss
fried portobellas.
Swiss
oh my God.
cheese.
Mushroom lovers.
And just for a little kick of it, a little garlic butter.
Ooh, really? Garlic butter. I've never had that on a
Garlic
burger.
and like mushrooms, they go so well together.
I can just see you guys late night being like, gosh, I really wish I had some garlic butter for this, and then it comes on the menu, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So Shrooms, oh my God, smells really good. And I love Swiss. I'm a Swiss lover, so I enjoy that very much. Okay, so now what other kinds of burgers do you have? Are you doing another one?
Yeah, the one that I just started for a little bit is the smokehouse. I
Okay,
put bacon and some cheddar cheese on top, so that's just
we
melting
love.
off.
Fabulous. And then, what is the peanut butter for? Are we getting to that later?
Yeah, that'll be for the wings.
That's the wings.
That's
okay.
our little surprise.
Oh, that's a surprise. I wasn't sure if that was the burger. Like, how are they going to make this work? We have to wait. Okay, very good. So while you're kind of finishing up those burgers, let's move on to the wings and talk a little bit about the wings. So what are you going to do for us for the wings here?
All right, you want to do the first one?
Sure. The first one.
Just like you're in the kitchen, right?
Yep.
Back and moving and
Yep.
shaking and
The
all
first
that
one
stuff.
is this little puppy, which I'm actually a little proud of. It's a little invention of mine. It's called Sam's Awesome Sauce.
Sam's Awesome Sauce. I love it.
And trust me, it's better if
It's
I don't
awesome.
describe it.
Oh no, I don't want to
You
know.
just want to experience it.
It's awesome.
Yep,
I
it's
imagine. Okay. And you toss the wings in this. Now, do you guys do both? These are true wings. Do you do boneless also?
Yeah, we also do boneless.
Okay, super. So that's good to know. And we should mention too, in addition to fabulous burger creations and wings, you guys do have a lot of beer. These folks, I know you Wisconsinites like your beer. So you can get a lot of great beer, and it's actually local,
Yes.
right? So you guys are kind of into the craft beer thing.
Right.
That's great, because people, I mean, what goes well with wings? A nice local craft beer, in my opinion. Just saying. We'll get to that later. But, so this is one of the burgers. Look at that. Now that's a tall burger, if you're hungry.
Go big or go home is
Go
our phrase
big
there.
or go home. Don't go home. Go to Wings and Things and get one of these burgers. That's fabulous. Okay. So that's that. Now let's get back to the sauces. You got the awesome sauce. How many sauces total? I'm a sauce fan.
We have about 40 sauces, but we can also, like, if you want, combine 2 different ones or make it like hotter if you want. So it's
So you
we
have like an
a lot,
unlimited really
Exactly.
supply of sauces because
Whatever the customer wants.
Oh, that's perfect for me. I love sauce of every kind. Okay, so we do that. We have the awesome sauce. We've got all kinds of different sauces. You can mix, you can match, you can combine, you can even get it hotter. And then what do you guys do with these? Are you gonna toss these for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Oh, you guys.
As soon
are
as we
still-
finish
finish
plating.
these
You
ones
weren't
up.
even done with the burgers. I didn't know
No.
they were already high enough.
Actually,
No.
we'll leave it undone for a moment.
It's getting taller and taller
All right,
as
you
the
can do
show
the
goes
same.
on. These
All right.
burgers. Okay, so is this the awesome sauce? that's
This
This
going
is
in?
awesome sauce.
We're gonna find out what the awesome sauce is all
And I'll
about.
start on the other one, which is
We're moving.
peanut
we're
butter and
shaking.
jelly, we call
You're allowed
it.
to make a mess. I told you
I
that,
am.
right? Yeah. Make a mess. If you get it on me, it's okay. I'll have it for later, as they say, right?
Oh.
So no, you are putting peanut butter on the wings.
Yeah, this one we call peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
So we have peanut butter, and then we have another sauce that we put onto it.
I love this. And
So-
I'm a peanut butter fan too. In fact, there's probably not a sauce that you have that I won't like. So what's this
This
one?
one's-
This is a sweet sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And peanut butter.
Yeah, it kind of supplements for the jelly.
Okay. talk about your protein loading, right?
Yeah.
And really quick, I wanna mention for a lot of families watch the show to find out where to go. And if you are a family with kiddos, you guys do like a deal, don't you?
Yeah, we have Tuesday night, kids eat free.
That's awesome.
We also have several other deals according to the week, like Friday fish fry, game specials, everything.
That's so super. And what now? This is a lot of food for starters.
Yep.
I think I could actually manage one of these burgers. I'm a huge burger fan, but you are able to accommodate some big parties too.
Yep.
Like you do for, you know, if you're gonna have a party or watch a game, or you know, you can order some wings and some burgers and go to town, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, you guys are great. So thanks so much. This is Salmon Hunter. We've got the awesome sauce. We've got the peanut butter. We've got these big old tall burgers. It's all over at Wings and Things. And Fall River for 5 years, new one in Sun Prairie. So make sure you check them out and stick around for more Restaurant Show. After the break, Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery is here, and they're talking coffee, so stick around.
Hello and welcome back to the Restaurant Show. I'm very excited right now because I usually learn something when they come in. It's our friends from Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery. As always, we have COS here. COS, welcome back.
Thank you for having us.
And you brought a friend along.
I sure did. I brought Roy, and he is with a new company called COS.
COS. Roy, thank you for coming here today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about COS. What is it?
So COS Cold Brew, we take JBC coffee on the east side of Madison, and we are right next door. We brew it into cold brew coffee, and then we put that cold brew into kegs, into bottles, and into bag-in-a-box. It's at Rosie's on Nitro. It's at Sardine on Willie Street, and I can pour some. And it's probably easier to see it and while we're explaining it.
I'd love that.
Awesome.
So it does kind of come out almost like beer out of a tapper.
You bet, you bet. So that is black coffee, and the color that you're seeing is just the nitrogen that's infused into the product, and it'll just kind of settle out, and it kind of gives it that creaminess, but that's next to 0 calories, and it's all of that is just the nitrogenation of the coffee.
Wow.
So,
now is this something that is kind of all over the country and new to Madison? I haven't seen this before. Where'd you get the idea to bring it here?
Sure. So cold brew has been around for quite a while, and it's been in Madison, certainly with people making it in toddies, which kind of 5-gallon plastic buckets that you add coffee grounds and water to. So what we kind of did was working with JBC Coffee to have a really incredible coffee going into it, and then also we built our own brewer over the last about 3.5 years. So we like the plastic bucket cold brew, but we thought we could improve upon that. So we kind of built our own brewing method to make a fresher and more consistent product. So yeah, that's what we've been working on for a while.
And you alluded to it as well. It's kind of a different way to enjoy coffee, but you wanted to start with the best you could. And JBC, we've had them in here before. That is really good coffee. So you're actually starting with a superior product and then adding your own kind of different mixtures to it and making it work that way.
You bet. So JBC sources incredible coffee from all around the world, and with that as a starting point, in our brewer kind of bringing out the best of the origins that they're bringing back, we feel like we have a great product that's accessible for people that are familiar with traditional coffee, but also has a great new spin on that for, there are many people who don't actually like the harshness of coffee that do enjoy cold brew. So.
And it's at 2 locations right now, so be sure you go visit our friends at Rosie's Coffee House and Cafe and get it there first.
Yes.
That's the important place. Go get it
Yeah.
there, and then you have fantastic donuts to go with too. Now, aside from this, I know there's a lot of different things, especially at Rosie's. They bake with different alcohols, coffees, you name it. Is this something you guys can take this nitro brew and bake with then?
We have already started to do that.
Of course you have.
Yes, we have the nitro glazed donut, and I brought some with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
those
what
glazed
are.
ones. They are. We take the nitro brew and we go back into the bakery and turn it into a glaze, and you can come in and get the nitro combo. which is a nitro donut and a nitro cup of coffee. And that'll wake you up.
And also a badass name for a combo.
Yeah.
The Nitro combo. Now, I know you guys are doing a really cool happy hour now, which we haven't talked a lot about. Is a special like that something that's also available during your happy hour then?
Yep, we now have donut happy hour. It's 2 o'clock and after. It's buy one, get one free donut while supplies last. But pretty much if you buy anything, we're giving away free donuts. And you got to get there before the high school kids, like right at school, they're like charging down to get their donuts, and it's pretty exciting. It gets pretty hopping in there, and people are getting nitro brew in the afternoon for happy hour.
All I want is a bunch of high school kids hopped up on sugary donuts and nitro brew. Sounds like a blast. Now, aside from this seems like a really good, with the cold brew, probably good any time of the year, but especially in fall with that nitro flavor where it looks a little bit more like a darker beer. Guinness, you and I were talking about, similar to that. That's got to be a good fall drink too, correct?
You bet. I mean, we're seeing that for a lot of people that it's something that, especially in like any afternoon if you've had lunch, like you don't necessarily want a harsh hot cup of coffee, but that cold brew, especially the nitro cold brew, is just a really refreshing drink to have kind of any time of day, and a lot of people are just, it's kind of become a year-round way to drink coffee.
I could see that. I don't like the hot coffee in the afternoon, but iced coffee or something like this is going to be even better, so I'm looking forward to having some of that. Now, with seasonality, it is fall, we're going into pumpkin spice, everything all over the place. Do you guys have any other sort of seasonal flavors or seasonal varieties of things over it?
Well, of course we have a pumpkin spice latte, and we can add our pumpkin spice syrup into the cold brew and give you a pumpkin spice cold brew. We also have the pumpkin cookies and pumpkin bars and pumpkin cupcakes and cheesecakes, and it's just everything pumpkin right now.
Pumpkin everything.
Yeah, and hot chocolate is really starting to kick into gear.
Now that it's getting cold, the hot chocolate's great, and you guys have really good hot chocolate too.
We do. We use Sassy Cow cream in our hot chocolate, and our chocolate is Guittard, which is a very high-end chocolate brand.
No idea what that is, but it sounds great.
Good.
It tastes good, I know that. So Guittard is something fancy I don't know about, but it makes fantastic hot chocolate. We know that much. And also, I gotta ask, because with the high school kids, you said coming in there and having coffee and donuts and things like that every school, they're glued to their phones or iPads, so I'm assuming you have Wi-Fi out there so you could almost go there and get some work done while you're hanging out too.
Yeah, we sure do. We have free Wi-Fi, and even if we close it for, a lot of times we're there baking after, so we have our regulars just hanging out and using the Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi is available all day long. People like to come have meetings, sip their cold brew, work on their computers, and get all their work done.
I think we want to do that next week. I'm going to grab the girls that produce the show, and we're going to go have our pre-production meeting over there and just work on Wi-Fi and drink a lot of coffee, and it'll be an exciting show. They're nodding at me. They like that idea too. Now, with some of the other things that are going on there, how late do you guys actually stay? Because I know last time you came on the show, you got me up way too early so we could go bake donuts. But how late are you guys actually there baking then?
There's been times where I've met the morning crew. So we're, depending on what sort of orders are coming up, we can be in there around the clock. But sometimes I have someone who's in there with me, and we're there between 1 and 3 in the morning baking. And so I have a morning crew that's coming in for the morning so I don't, I get some sleep. But when I don't have sleep, I have my nitro brew.
So Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery, please go check them out. The baked goods are fantastic, from cakes to cupcakes to donuts, you name it, amazing stuff. And you gotta go there and try the new nitro brew. I'm very excited to have that. COS, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And Roy, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
We'll be back with more of the restaurant show in just a moment.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's restaurant show. I had so much fun checking out all these great local places. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, reminding you that life is too short to eat average.
This episode of The Restaurant Show brought to you by AccuCline Mechanical Services.